And now, Raw and SmackDown present WrestleMania. Oh my God! Here it comes, so shut it up. You keep on talking, we go side on our hands. I know this line straight out my toolkit. The bitch you wanna be the world of music. But never mind, those phonies never get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is that time of the year again. It is WrestleMania weekend. And boy, oh boy, you can just hear it. You can feel it. You can sense it. Because it is WrestleMania 36. And you can just hear it in the background, boys and girls. Because we all blinded by the lights. Yes, it is that time of the year. It is that time of the week. Because guess what? It's WrestleMania season. It is WrestleMania weekend. What is up, everybody? It is your boy, the SnowMan, and it is WrestleMania season. It is WrestleMania weekend. And boy, I mean, this is got to be the weirdest time frame that you guys can, I would think it would be. I mean, normally around this time, we would be talking about, we would be getting more hyped up because this weekend would have been TakeOver Tampa. This weekend would have been Hall of Fame. We would have had access going down to Tampa. We would have had WrestleMania going on. But this week is just, this time frame that we are living in, this time frame we are living in right now is just thrown so many monkey wrenches and just messed with a lot of things going on in our world. And it's just so crazy to think that it's WrestleMania weekend, or it's WrestleMania week, and we're not hyped. We are not hyped at all. There's no excitement. There's no electricity as much as like previous years. It's not even as much as last year with what has been going on. But yet we're still here. It's still WrestleMania weekend, and damn it to hell. It just doesn't feel the same. But you know what? It's still WrestleMania, so we're going to push on through. And we're going to talk about what has been going on. And I know that we're kind of a day late or a day early from our normal Thursday show, but with it being crazy enough this week, figure come out here, do something talking to with you guys about the show that's coming up. So with everything going on, the go home Raw. I mean, let's go back to SmackDown, because SmackDown was pretty good. I'll give it that, with implications for WrestleMania 36 coming up with the Intercontinental Championship. Drew Gulak taking on Shinsuke Nakamura, and if Drew Gulak won, he gave Daniel Bryan his opportunity at the IC title against Sami Zayn. And it was a good match. I gotta give it that. It was a hell of a good match. And you know what? It's like, oh yeah, my boy Michael, Flex Mike's, checking out the show. Yeah, I am a legend. And SmackDown, I'm gonna say it was a good show. I mean, with everything right now being taped, and we're gonna talk about that before we get to Raw. SmackDown, it had, 3 matchups going on with Drew Gulak Shinsuke match, Alexa taking on Asuka, and the New Day taking on the Usos, but that one ended in a DQ with, and eventually setting up the triple threat ladder match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. But we're going to talk about that in a little bit more as we get further along. But SmackDown was good. It just feels like Raw's been lagging the last little while, especially this Raw Go Home show. One sec. I had to sneeze for you guys. I didn't want to sneeze with you guys on camera or on the mic. So, but SmackDown, it's, I mean, it's just, granted, they've been replaying a lot of, show, I mean, not like matches from like different pay per views over the last, couple of weeks, and with, being at the Performance Center and not having a crowd there. I get it. You're trying to, you know, give us something while there's not a whole lot of people there because you only have essential personnel, and they're not needed there, then they're not going to be there. So again, with SmackDown having again, also with those matches, Ziggler challenging Otis for a match at WrestleMania, Bray Wyatt adding a fun little match type to his match with John Cena, or trying to challenge Cena to a Firefly Funhouse match. I gotta say, they're really trying to keep the people interested. They're trying to keep the people wanting to see and get people to view WrestleMania this year, with it being 2 days, and with like the having like what we know now, 4 matches that are going to happen on night one on Saturday that we know of, and while the other 10 matches are going to be on night 2, on main WrestleMania night. I can understand why. Granted, Saturday was going to be Takeover Tampa, and you're trying to, okay, we can put our our big 4 matches on night 1, which was supposed to be Takeover, and we can do it that way. And then the rest of the main card is on day 2. We don't have to stretch. We don't have to sacrifice time. We don't have to sacrifice effort for what was going to happen on the main night. So we're just going to have the main matches, the top 4 matches that we're going to be the show stealers, or to a degree. We're going to have them on night 1 on Saturday, give them the time that they need, and then on Sunday, WrestleMania Sunday, the original, we can go to our normal formula for wrestling on with the main card on Sunday. So granted, with things getting ever changing and everything being thrown through a loop, with granted, with everything being recorded and taped, as Florida is under lockdown, essentially, with a stay-home order, and we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. And of course, people pulling out of WrestleMania, not even WrestleMania, they're just pulling themselves out, or they're not available with being sick or self-quarantine. We're going to talk that in a few. So let's get into Raw quickly. With the Go Home Raw. Now, we all know that the Go Home show for the pay-per-view, especially the Go Home WrestleMania, is supposed to be the one that creates the most, gets everyone more interested on the Raw side. It's supposed to feed us. It's supposed to, okay, we want to see these matches coming up on Raw, for the Raw side. And guess, okay, we're more interested, or we're a little bit less interested, but we're still going to watch. And essentially to get ready for the next week, especially the Raw after WrestleMania, because that's when we start the slate clean. New year, new everything, essentially. Because, I mean, granted, we might be finishing up maybe some stuff into coming from WrestleMania, going into the next pay-per-view, or it's just brand new. We're getting the new people in here. It calls up and everything. So the Raw, the last Raw, the Go Home Raw. I feel like this time around it was hella good because you had Undertaker delivering a hell of a damn good promo on AJ for their Boneyard match, which we'll talk about that in a few when we go down the WrestleMania card. Um, we had three matches on the show. A replay of the Survivor Series Raw Undisputed or the Championship match, which would have been SmackDown. Actually, no, it would have been Raw. So yeah, uh, the WWE Championship match at Survivor Series with Ray and Brock. We had a replay of that match, and we had Shayna sneaking up on Becky during her near the end of her promo, choking her out and just laying waste to the champ. Uh, Edge delivering a damn hella good damn promo on Randy, and just this awesomeness of Raw, and then of course Brock and Paul in the ring ending and just driving home the fact about why we want to watch the Brock Lesnar Drew McIntyre matchup, and maybe hopefully going to see Brock Lesnar get his butt whooped. And we're getting, oh yeah, shout out to the Snow, yeah, my boy AJ out there, getting a little shout out. It's like, yeah, we see you, we hear you. Yep, and Shayna's been a freaking beast. It's been proven. That's why she was, the top fish in NXT for the longest time. Longest reigning NXT Women's Champion, Shayna 2-time. That's why she ruled the roost down there on Tampa, down there at NXT. That's why we were salivating at Survivor Series when we were going to get Shayna, Lynch, and Bailey triple threat match. We got that, and it just like, okay, we're gonna see this again. We're gonna see Shayna, May, and Becky go at it soon. Royal Rumble comes. She didn't win. She was dominant at the end, number 30, but didn't get the job done. Charlotte got it done, and we're just built. This thing's been building, so this is gonna be a fun match at WrestleMania to see. But yeah, Brock Lesnar. Actually, even not even just got done talking Lesnar. Um, Charlotte and Rhea Ripley, of course, talking about Charlotte. Not really a real message sent, but it was more like a statement with Charlotte attacking Rhea as she arrived at the PC on Raw. I mean, granted, it wasn't, something, like big and spontaneous. It was just throw her up against the garage doors and just say, hey, I'll see you at WrestleMania. It's like, yeah, you will. But it's still, I want to see this match. This is going to be a fun match. So yeah, that was essentially Raw. I mean, granted, we had Aleister Black defeating Jason Cade, KO and the Profits, and another 6-man tag taking on Austin Theory, Angel Garza, and Seth Rollins. And then Asuka defeating Kaden Carter on, as the final match on Raw of the Go Home show, and then just everything just essentially getting the last bit of building for the Raw side of the card. No, NXT is going to be going on in about 18 minutes from now. So for us here on the West Coast, so we'll be able to find out what's going to happen, get people interested for next week's number one contenders ladder match for the women's championship coming up next week. It was supposed to be a takeover, building up for the Johnny Gargano Tommaso Ciampa rivalry for next week. So yeah, there's a lot of things, we're getting, buttoned up, especially, I mean, granted, everything's been recorded. So yeah, before we talk WrestleMania, let's get into what's been going on, because we all know with the C-19 virus out there has been messing with everything. I mean, WWE's had to go to the Performance Center. We know that uh, shows are getting canceled left and right. I mean, independent shows are getting shut down. Impact, if you saw this past week's Impact show, they were, granted, it was all, taped and recorded, with, getting everyone ready for TNA, the original TNA brand coming back for a small bit, and then at the very end, oh yeah, this, Sunday, or wherever, I forgot, the TNA No Place Like Home event, and then you saw at the bottom of during the when that was announced during the brawl, that you saw that, oh, the event has been, canceled or something like that. Please see impactwrestling4.com for more information. So, that it was, everything's been messed up and a lot of plans have been, screwed up. Um, oh, and then of course, yeah. Thanks for reminding me, AJ. Yeah. So, and of course, the triple threat North American title match, that one's going to be off the hook. I hope that is going to be. I would have loved to have seen this at Takeover Tampa. That would have been awesome at Tampa. It would have literally destroyed the roof off that place. Granted, Tommaso and Johnny would have literally put TNT around the building and just destroyed the building completely with that. So it's going to be a hell of a good matchup tonight on NXT. I hope you guys go and check that out in about 15, 14 minutes. So yeah, with everything being screwed up with this C19 virus, more events are getting, ixed, in at least in the month of April. So at least till the end of April right now. Florida's under, actually with WWE right now, with the last couple weeks being pre-recorded, and because they did, if you've been living under a rock or you just haven't been following news, WWE's been recording everything, pre-recorded this past week, last couple weeks, especially this last week. They recorded couple Raws back to back, couple SmackDowns back to back, an NXT back to back, I believe, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this past week they were literally, they're doing NXT's back to back, Raws back to back, SmackDowns back to back, and then they recorded WrestleMania. So it will not be live; it will be pre-recorded. But with the, having everyone be there that is supposed to be there, only essential personnel only, you're going to have that short amount of, time, and only, not everyone there. Granted, with, no fans there and not being at down at Tampa for, at Buccaneer Stadium, at James Raymond Stadium for WrestleMania, and then where I forgot where NXT was going to be the night before, and then of course Hall of Fame, and no Hall of Fame this right now, that's postponed. No access, which sucks for a lot of people, because this, I mean, you gotta think, a lot of people have, WWE is gonna be losing a lot of money off this, you know just for the plain fact of no stadium, no fans at WrestleMania, no arena for NXT Takeover, no fans, no Hall of Fame right now. I mean, granted, that one's gonna be, that one you could postpone till at least SummerSlam. Save that for SummerSlam, because that will be, the right thing to do right now, and then have next year's at WrestleMania again. But access, you're going to lose a lot of money on that, because no merchandise sales. And literally, they bring out the big guns. They bring out a whole lot of stuff. No autograph signs. No, you know, packages. For WrestleMania, the hotels, they're losing money on that. They're losing no merchandise sales at WrestleMania. No merchandise sales at NXT. So the WWE is going to be hurting this for a little bit. But again, and on the fan side, I mean, with no WrestleMania, no Hall of Fame weekend, no WrestleMania weekend, we're not congregating. We're not enjoying each other's company. We're not doing all these fun things down in Tampa, with Hall of Fame, with NXT takeover with going to beaches or going to uh just going to Florida itself and enjoying the sun and the surf and the sand down there with this warm temperature, or with the warm climate that's down there down at Florida. So none of that, and it's going to be hurting for a little bit. It's going to be felt. um but with now the last little couple days, Florida is now under a stay-at-home order until the end of April. So for right now, we know that this week's SmackDown is in the can, is already going to be ready, is already ready. The Raw after WrestleMania already done. Uh, and then they've taped a couple NXT's taped a couple shows from March 22nd, so that will be done. So we're good this week. We're good next week, I believe. But next week's SmackDown, the first SmackDown after WrestleMania, and after that, Raw and NXT, we don't know what's going to be happening, because with this new order of stay at home, we don't know what's going to be happening. I mean, if is WWE going to be saying we can't do it? I mean, we're under quarantine law. We're under rule that, granted, we're not essential, but because we're entertainment and everything like that, we're not essential needs. But with only having, I mean, granted, having the performance center has helped a lot. I mean, it's kept WWE going in a sense, to where, okay, we may not be having match after match and stuff like that, but we are still providing entertainment that we do every single week. And it's just going to be tough. It's going to be very tough. So we'll see what they're going to be saying for coming up after next week's Raw. So after the Raw after WrestleMania this coming Monday. Um, Before we talk WrestleMania in general, there's been some no well known names that have with matches being changed because people are not there. They were not there this past week, so there's been with this C-19 virus, we knew that we're hearing that this virus, generally affects, the older generation, but those with underlying disease, underlying problems. And one of the big names that has had a medical problem before, that he just came back from, was Roman Reigns. Roman, with the damage, not really damage, but coming back from his leukemia and the chemotherapy, that he has a weakened immune system. So we can tell you that he has pulled himself out of the Universal Championship that was recorded this past week for his own safety. So the Universal title match at WrestleMania against Goldberg, that one we do not officially know. There have been rumblings. There's been stuff thrown out there that it will be Braun. Sorry, I can't. I need to do it right. It will be Braun Strowman taking over. But again, with SmackDown recorded and everything, we don't. I mean, we may find out on SmackDown this week of if it was changed on that show. But the past week, everything was recorded saying, "Oh, it's going to be Roman Reigns. It's going to spear versus spear, Roman versus Goldberg." So we don't know until this, until it comes up on probably on this week's SmackDown. And Anthony, AJ's like, you can't blame him. Yeah, no one can blame him. I understand why. You just had a life changing, situation where you had to, you've had this disease for a long time. You went and, um, you had to go and get that taken care of. You come back and you're going to go for the championship, but then this whole something out of left field curveball of the C19 virus, and it affects people with underlying diseases and those who have weak immune systems. And this happens. It's like I want to be here for you guys, but I know that I don't want to take that chance. So we understand, Roman. It's no one's fault. I mean, because everyone's under quarantine. This isn't just a U.S. thing. This isn't a North America thing. This is not even, this Northern Hemisphere, Southern. It's a world thing. And right now, with everything going on, I would not blame him one bit. I would say, you know what? Stay home. Just be fine. As soon as this thing is done and over with, we'll try to get back to normal as soon as we can, as hopefully as soon as we can. But take care of yourself, man. If it's Roman, so take care of yourself. Um, and we'll get into with yeah. So yeah, the other notable names we're hearing. Dana Brooke. She is out of the six-pack match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. So they changed the match to a five-way elimination match. Right, at least that's what it was on this past week's SmackDown. Not last week's SmackDown. They changed it. Dana Brooke is self-quarantined for herself, so she was not at the recordings. So she's resting at home right now. Also, who is self-quarantined himself is Rey Mysterio. So he's not. He was not seen on Raw. He will not be there. Period. Another shocker was with last week's actually this past Friday's SmackDown with New Day and the Usos, Miz and Morrison attacking and essentially making the triple threat ladder match for the SmackDown tag team titles between Miz, Morrison versus New Day versus Usos. We've been hearing that the Miz was sick. He was essentially told, hey, go home. So WrestleMania, we're not going to have the SmackDown tag team title match. While it's not, 100% confirmed. Yeah, Bob is like, yo, what's up, man? You enjoying the show? So yeah, with SmackDown, Miz is not, we don't know if he got the virus or if it's just, sniffles or he just didn't feel well 100%, but they're taking the precaution that if you are sick, just stay home. So Miz will not be what we're hearing, and it hasn't been official yet that it will be a one-on-one match with Morrison taking on a member of the Usos in a ladder match, and don't know how and what they're going to do with that. And then Buddy Murphy also was actually at Raw this past, apparently was at the tapings, but he was, he had the sniffs or something, was coughing. So they told him, hey, you got to go. So Buddy Murphy is out sick right now. So he is not going to be at least available for the time being. That is it for like other news and everything, but we're also going to let's get into it. Let's actually talk about WrestleMania and what is going to be happening. And you can hear the official theme song, Blinded by the Lights. So it's a good song. Not the pirate theme that we've been getting the last couple weeks or that's been playing, but so night one is going to be fun and exciting originally with WWE Champion Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, the winner of the Royal Rumble, men's Royal Rumble, the main event match. That's going to be hella good with everything going on in that aspect. The building we all want to see Brock Lesnar get his butt whooped by this man, by the chosen one, Drew McIntyre. Um, NXT Women's Championship match. The winner of the Women's Rumble, Charlotte Flair, challenging Rhea Ripley. This one, of course, again, been building for the last month since Rhea decided she wanted to put NXT back, get it into WrestleMania. Charlotte, making her final decision at Takeover Portland, Takeover Portland was there. That was awesome, and this one's gonna be fun to watch. With Charlotte taking on the Nightmare, the Queen versus the Nightmare is gonna be awesome. Boneyard match. AJ Styles and The Undertaker. This one, I'm going to be very optimistic about this because, granted, it's going to what we're hearing from AJ on a what we're hearing from AJ that this is just basically going to be a street fight in a graveyard. Maybe no ref in there, but we'll find out at WrestleMania. And Undertaker, he's not dressing like Dead Man Undertaker. He's dressing like American Badass, but with maybe the Dead Man a little bit into him. But this is more American Badass Undertaker, Dead Man Incorporated Undertaker. So this one or Big Evil. So this is going to be fun. I hope we get to see, it just makes it more feel like it's Undertaker of 03, 01, 02 right there. So it's going to be fun. KO taking on Seth Rollins one-on-one. The Monday Night Messiah. Taking on Stun Owen Stone. Stun Owen Stun. This one, I can't. This one's just going to be a good match. They've been building this for the last several months, and it's just been with 6-man tags, and it's just okay. We're getting sick and tired of the 6-man right now. Can we do something else? But of course, I believe that this will be a hell of a good match on WrestleMania. That was night one. Those 4 matches are going to be your night 1 matchups. Night 2, Sunday, original Sunday for WrestleMania. Universal title match. Goldberg taking on, essentially to be determined, because Roman's out for his own personal safety with this virus. And we don't know officially who the person's going to be, but we're hearing that it's going to be Braun. I always do that good. Braun. Just that SnowMan. So, we'll find out this Friday officially if John Cena will accept Bray Wyatt's extra incentive in this one-on-one match. But Bray Wyatt the Fiend Bray Wyatt challenging John Cena to a Firefly Funhouse match. We'll find out tomorrow, or we'll find out on Friday if it will happen, which more likely it will. But either way, Edge and Orton, last man standing match. This one is going to be what I will have guaranteed you this. The second Randy Orton came out, and we knew it was going to be the last man standing match, and just sitting there waiting for Randy or for Edge to come out. The place down there at James Raymond Stadium would have literally sounded like a nuclear bomb went off, because the return of Edge to WrestleMania, this match is going to be the show stealer. This match is going to be the one we're going to be talking about, because this is the return of Edge 9 years later in an actual one-on-one match outside the Royal Rumble. I cannot wait. Raw Women's Championship. Becky Lynch taking on Shayna Baszler one-on-one. We've been waiting for this one for a while. The winner of the Elimination Chamber match the women's elimination chamber, and the man, the queen of spades, taking on the man. Damn. All I can say is this one, I cannot wait for it. It's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be a hell of a good match. The match we should have gotten at Survivor Series, but thanks to the whole brand versus brand, we got the triple threat. But either way, it's still going to be fun to see Becky Lynch taking on Shayna Baszler. SmackDown women's titles on the line. 5-way match, elimination match. Bayley, Lacey Evans, Tamina, Naomi, and Sasha Banks. This one's going to be this one I'm going to say is going to probably be right under the radar because you got 5 incredibly talented women, and you got the dynamic of Bayley and Sasha. Granted, Sasha has that look, has had that look in her eye of, I'm in the women's title match. I'm saying that I want my best friend to hold the title, but really I want the title because it's me. So it's going to be interesting to see what is going to happen with the SmackDown women's title. And then of course Tamina, again making her return and being that juggernaut force in there, but we'll see what's going to happen with this whole 5-pack, 5-way elimination match for the SmackDown women's title. Raw tag team titles are on the line. It was supposed to be Angel Garza and Andrade Cien. I'm going to call him by his full name on this one. But Andrade is out with a rib injury, so he was replaced by Austin Theory, especially from this, as announced before the 6-man tag on Raw this past week. So it will be Austin Theory, Angel Garza going for the Raw tag team titles against the Profits. This one should be a fun one to see also. Not expecting a whole lot. Though, I'm going to back up to Raw for a quick bit. But with the Street Profits, good God, you guys see that dive outside the ring? That was just so bad. It was just too. Wow, it's like, how do you not? Why would you do that suicide, flip over the ropes, and not when your guy is ready out there, and you just land back first? And that thud was just like, oh, damn! How? Yeah, someone might want to pick him up with a spatula. That's all I wanted to say about Raw with that 6-man tag. AJ, making that prediction. With Lacey picking up gonna win at WrestleMania, be that new SmackDown Women's Champ. And let's see, before, last couple of little matches, IC title will be on the line. Sami Zayn taking on Daniel Bryan, 1-on-1. That one should be a good technical match. At least with Daniel Bryan and Sami Zayn, that one should be a good wrestling match. Baron Corbin taking on Elias. Bobby Lashley taking on Aleister Black. In a I don't really care match with Bobby Lashley, of course. And then to round out the night, Otis will take on Dolph Ziggler 1-on-1. With everything going on with Mandy Rose, Otis, and Ziggler. I swear this might end up with looking like the Christian versus Jericho match back at WrestleMania 20, where Trish comes out, pretends, acts like she's, supporting of Jericho. Christian wins, and then, Trish hugs, Jericho, and then slaps him. Just starts going to town on him, and then walks out with Christian after Christian beats the holy hell out of Jericho and walks out. So this is that's what I'm going to think about this match is going to be. It's going to be Otis getting the short end of the stick, and Mandy just finally putting the nail into it with going with Dolph. That's all that's all I'm visioning with it. I know the consensus would be to go with Otis, but Yeah, it's just going to be weird. I don't know how that's going to be playing out as much if that does happen with Otis, leaving with Mandy and not the other way around. But that is WrestleMania. I'll actually do some picks here for what's going to happen. For night one, I'll pick Drew to win the title, Rhea to keep the NXT title, Taker to win the Boneyard match, and KO to pick up the win in the one-on-one match with Seth. Night two, I'll pick Gold. Actually, I'll pick whoever's going to beat or whoever's going to face Goldberg, because Goldberg, I love him. He's one of my all-time favorites, from WCW, but he's a part-timer. And with everything that's been going on, granted, if it was Roman Reigns, I would think I was gonna, honest to God, pick him because they're gonna want a full-timer on SmackDown to be the champ. So I'm gonna pick whoever they replace. Probably will be Braun. Cena. Maybe. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna pick Bray on this one for their one-on-one match. We're gonna pick Edge as the last man standing. Becky as the Raw Women's Champ to leave. I'm actually gonna pick Sasha to win the SmackDown Women's title. Sorry, AJ. Black to pick up the victory. Elias over Corbin. Actually, no, Corbin over Elias. Profits to retain. Daniel Bryan to be IC champ. And I want to say Otis. I'm going to pick Otis to win, and that is going to be I'll pick for that. But yeah, you know what? That is just essentially it. I mean, I know a lot of you are going to probably going to head on over to check out NXT. So I'm going to end the show right here, so you can go check that out if you're on the West Coast, or to at least enjoy. I wanted to give you guys a chance to have something. Oh, hold on. Looks a little blurry. I don't know. It just looks a little blurry. But okay, so we're actually going to end the show tonight a little early. Normally we go for an hour, but I wanted to give you guys a little chance a little bit of a break with your whatever you're doing. If you were just chilling at home, wanted to give you guys a distraction. Talk a little wrestling with you guys. But you know what? I hope you guys are actually out there right now, staying safe. Wash your hands, and everything. And just and stay safe, you guys. That's all I could say is stay safe wherever you are at home. If you're on the taking a break, doing another job, driving, a nurse, whatever, just stay safe, you guys. Let me go through my little spiel here. With football, actually now with football season coming on, actually, yeah, I'm going to turn on with football season coming up. I know that the draft is still, NFL draft is still going to take place. So I know our guys, Sealy Shane and Season Long Says, are going to keep you guys in the loop of who you guys should be picking up in your fantasy draft. So keep an eye out for those guys. Cowboy Cam and Flex Mike, my boy. They'll be here to talk about what's going on in the free agency biz, what's any trades and stuff like that. Just football in general. They'll be here to talk to you guys. I don't know where Flex Matt is. He's like John Cena. You can't see me. So yeah, he kind of disappearing for a little bit, but I'm sure he'll be back soon with you guys to talk football and get you guys ready for everything. Now, granted, with everything, seasons all shut down. I know, with hockey shut down, trying to finish, basketball having to, shut down. Baseball's had to shut down before they even really got started for their main season, so they're on pause. it's going to be a fun time come this summer. I guarantee you, we're going to have a lot of stuff going on at the same time. We're going to have hockey. We're going to have football. Uh, we're going to have basketball. I guarantee it's going to be a fun time. Because we're going to have all these events going on. So I just hope that we get the seasons done quick, or not. Sorry, not done, but back quick. And I hope this virus gets out of here so we can go back to some sense of normalcy. But yeah, that is going to be it for me. If you guys, let me get the little spiel up here for you guys. If you guys want to follow us on Twitter, you can find, for your football needs and fantasy football needs, you can follow us at the Flex Network 1. For your wrestling content, for what you came to see here, you can follow us at FlexNet_PW Elite. Sorry, Elite. You can follow us there. And generally, if you and you can also follow us here on Facebook. If you're watching here on Facebook, you should already be following us. You can share us, you can like us, you can retweet it, retweet it, share it with your friends, invite your friends, join us in the Flex Army. But it's like, yeah, I don't know why the camera right so blurry right now. But either way, yeah, that is it. Going to be it for me. I'm gonna get out of here, and I will. Actually, we're probably going to do me. Actually, no, I don't know yet. So, but we'll keep you in the loop with anything that is going on, and with anything else that's going on, we will keep you guys informed. Check us out on Twitter. You can follow me at AJS Dead Snow. You can find me there on Twitter. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. So I will talk to you guys later. Stay safe and enjoy the rest of WrestleMania week. We will see you guys at the new year of wrestling. Peace.